Basketball.
Wow.
All right, baby.
Great.
Hey, we're here. We're doing it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, baby. Hey, welcome to the morning jackpot. This is not really the morning jackpot. I'm in a car, but we got Lloyd's Lock on the show, and it's going to be quite the show because we're going to basically react to the NBA draft as it goes down. I appreciate everybody for tuning in here from the SoBet Twitter. Shout out all the fellas in the SoBet Twitter.
Shout out all the fellas in the SoBet Twitter. We also have, I think the Atlanta's on the clock right now. They're 5 minutes,
Okay.
I believe, just started ticking, I think. I mean, and again, before we kind of start, I'll kind of be the guy navigating this thing. Jack's kind of in the middle of nowhere, to be honest with you, right now. Traveling and doing a classic Jack Cody stuff. Oh shit, they got super loud. Doing classic Jack Cody shit. Now Atlanta's on the clock right now. Again, they finished 36-46 last year. They were 10th in the Eastern Conference. Really, really bad. We're not supposed to have the number one pick, if I remember correctly. But got lucky in the lottery, somehow sniped it. We're talking about trading down. They decided not to, I believe, unless we get a trade here in the next couple of minutes. But I mean, Jack, do you know anything about this France guy? This guy's supposed to go number one, bro. The name it's supposed to be said right now is Zachary Researcher. Is that how you say it? I gotta pull the chat up.
Researcher. Yeah. Nah, man. I've seen this kid play in terms of just watching some highlights, and the thing that stands out to me is his shooting ability. That's about it, though. I'm very surprised by the talent in this draft class. I feel like we're at a point in the NBA where we should be getting the best of talents, and I feel like this year, I don't know half these guys. Maybe it's because of college basketball kind of being at a weird point right now that you can kind of speak on that a little bit, but you got two guys from France at the top of the board. Wembanyama goes first last year. So is this kind of a common trend of college basketball and American basketball as a whole is falling off right now, and the European game is taking over?
Yeah, I mean, bro, it seems that way, right? Because of all the dominance that we have now in the league. You look at Luka, went to the finals this year. Jokic is obviously a guy that's won the MVP multiple times. There's a lot of stuff, a lot of good ball obviously being played overseas, bro, to be honest with you. And as a guy that's watched college basketball for years, as a guy that watched all of the college basketball that was probably played this season, I do think probably Donovan Clingan out of all of the guys is probably the best prospect out of all of them. Now, there's some serious dominant scorers, too, from college basketball. Obviously, Dalton Knecht. I think Steven Castle was hurt majority of the year, but he will be a stud. Montes Buzelis, too. He's a stud out of G League. But obviously, Rob Dillingham, guy he can score with like no other. Cody Williams, a lot of good guys from college. And we see these guys in here, right? These guys are all Jacoby Walter, freshman at Baylor. He was a stud this year as well. Devin Carter from Providence. He was the leader of that team. But it is weird, bro, to start seeing a lot of these number one, number two guys really not coming from college anymore. And I think you're right. It's because we're in such a weird spot in college sports right now with NIL, with how things are working out, especially in the football realm. It's starting to show a little bit in the basketball realm as well. It's going to be a very, very difficult decision. It does look like the Hawks, the pick is in, and they're clapping, they're cheering, they're very, very happy based on what I'm seeing. They are live in Atlanta right now, too, as well. So Bobby Marks has rim protection and a perimeter defender as kind of what they need, which is what I would say is Alex Sarr.
I'm like,
to be honest with you, but whatever.
Is Sarr going to go one here and Vegas is going to just steal everybody? Like, because the odds, they went crazy towards Zachary Researcher. I don't even know.
Yeah, no, they did, dude. He closed at -400 to be the number one overall pick. Now, I can open DraftKings here. I'm almost positive probably all of the lines are down by now. Yeah, you can bet the 6th overall pick now, plus 150 for it to be Dalton Knecht. Now, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly the draft order either, which I think would help us if we knew a little bit more about it. But it seems like obviously no matter who's taking it one right now, if it's Alex Sarr or if it's Kari, I think those are the first two picks probably off the board.
Well,
Washington.
There's a couple of different situations, Lloyd, because you bring up Klingon earlier in the show, and I played against him in high school, so this is a big
Which is
fanboy moment
crazy, by
for
the
me.
way.
Yeah, and you'll bring up who you played against, just kind of showing our age, but like you get to a point where you're like, holy shit, we played against these guys in high school basketball, and now we're old enough to where they're entering the NBA. Is a pretty cool thing. But if you just speak on
Yeah.
Donovan Clinton real quick and you mention his, greatness in terms of his winning ability, I feel like if there's anybody, you mentioned prospect for Klingon. To me, if you want to win, Donovan Clingan could be the most winning basketball player to this point in a basketball career, period. He has done nothing but win. He won 2 national championships at UConn. He was a huge factor in the first year. He was an even bigger factor in the second year. And more importantly, cooked everybody in high school, and I saw it firsthand. He was probably the greatest Connecticut basketball player of all time, college level, high school level. He's going to do it at the pro level. So if I'm GM, I am totally happy landing with a guy like Donovan Clingan, even if it means I take him at 3 or 4.
The pick is in. Adam Silver is walking, and I will announce it here in just 1 second. With the first pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select Zachary Resarcher out of Lyon, France.
What are they doing?
Again, bro. I mean, the overseas is dominant, bro. Like, I mean, I would be interested to see how good this kid really is. I mean, I've
never heard of him.
If I said that I had seen this kid play basketball. Like, I don't want to lie. So I'm trying to walk around my words here. I don't know how good this kid is. There's a lot of talent mixed in this draft. It'll be interesting, bro. I mean, 2-time medal winner in FIBA World Cups. He won a silver in 2024 Euro Cup as a rising star. He averaged 10 points a game, played 22 minutes. Like, I would just imagine this might be the worst number 1 overall pick of all time. Now I'm not trying to be that guy. Again, I haven't seen this guy play, but I imagine out of all of the guys that are in this draft, he's not the number 1 pick. And I just think that's facts. I mean, chat, am I wrong? Can I get some comments in the chat? What do we think about all the boys that are watching, chat? I mean, this guy, he's a Euro Cup rising star is really how this guy got out there. He's 6'9", he's a shooter. You know how many 6'9" shooters are in the NBA? They don't go number 1 overall. And again, maybe it's because, Jack, we didn't have a fucking Zion Williamson coming out of college this year. That could be why. But, his last season, Jack, he averaged 10 points a game, bro. He averaged 10 and 4, shot 44% from the field. Bro, do you want me to bring up what Dalton Kennett did in college last year? The guy averaged 35 a game.
Say it louder.
And this guy's, he shot over 42% from 3. This guy's the number 1 guy?
I don't know what they see, bro, but I think it's they see the flag next to his name. They say, all right, he's French. Call it a day. He's 6'9". It's like Jason Tatum, but he's French.
195. They say he's a versatile defender. He's an elite shooter. And he's got great basketball instincts. I'll tell you what, when I play pickup, I also have great basketball instincts. Like, it just doesn't seem great to me, bro. Like, this is all, like, to be 100% honest, this kid cannot be. They're showing all of his defensive highlights, by the way. Not a single offensive highlight. The kid obviously cannot create, like, offense for a team. He's obviously his own little sneaky shooter, Klay Thompson type beat guy. That's not going to create off the dribble that much. But he is the number 1 pick in the 2024 NBA draft. Shout out to that guy.
Okay, we understand he goes 1. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not, Zion. It's not Victor Wembanyama. But he went to Atlanta. So what does that mean for Atlanta? Because if I'm Atlanta right now, I'm like, do we even get Trae Young back? I don't know if this is a pair with Trae Young type of situation. This seems like
I don't think
get a franchise guy, get a Jason Tatum when you have a Kyrie Irving and you're not really sure about Kyrie Irving. This is kind of what that looks like to me.
Yeah. So fun fact, he's the 4th number 1 overall pick to play international. Yao Ming in 2002, Andre Bargnani in 2006, Victor Wembanyama, and now this guy. What's it mean for Atlanta? I don't know, bro. We've seen Atlanta struggle for years. Obviously, whatever year it was, 2019, 2020. I don't know if it was a COVID year that they went, 2019, I think it was, that they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. And they obviously beat the Philadelphia 76ers to make it that far. Since then, have really had nothing going, to be honest with you. John Collins, Trae Young, DeAndre Hunter, got a lot of good pieces. I think Atlanta's in the rebuild mode officially by drafting this guy. This is not a guy that's going to change your franchise like we talked about, bro. So I think you still have to trade Trae Young. Like, I think Trae Young should get out of Atlanta. I just simply do. I know he's Ice Trae. I know he's so sick. But Trae Young's not going to bring you a title in Atlanta. It's just not going to happen. And adding this guy doesn't help your cause to keep Trae Young really in Atlanta, in my opinion.
I would have been the first person to tell you that if Trae Young was staying in Atlanta, it would have meant they pick Alex Sarr. Because Alex Sarr is like that perfect big man, John Collins, but better, that would fit exactly what you want to do with Trae Young. That Trae Young's going to now go to Los Angeles and get Alex Sarr, but 12 years in, his name is Anthony Davis. And oh, by the way, LeBron James is on that team. I say Trae Young to LA. That's just my personal opinion after a pick like that.
Well, I mean, hey, shout out to Zachary. I think it's Rashar is how the person.
Yeah, we gotta get the name right before we.
I know, dude. Before we're out here telling people what we think. By the way, the second overall pick does go to the Washington Wizards. They had the worst. They had the worst record in the NBA last season. I believe it's 15 and whatever it was. 15 and something. I'm not gonna do quick math on 82. What is that? What is that? 57, 15 and 57, something like that, right? They were the worst team in basketball last year. Is that right? Is that right? 82. 80. You play 82 games in a basketball season. 15 plus 57. What's that, chat?
You don't need to do mathematics with me, my friend. Before
I'm not gonna lie, but I think I nailed it though. But that's why I kind of want to know now, because I think I nailed it. And I guess
for anybody that's watching, I'm not going to be the person that's going to confirm Lloyd's mathematical
calculator. Yeah,
we're going to need somebody else to confirm whether Lloyd was correct mathematically. But before we get into the second pick here, assuming it's going to be Alex Sarr, shout out SoBet. Make sure you go sign up for SoBet. Use code Jackpot to sign up for SoBet. I don't know if you bet on anything for tonight's NBA draft, but I guess you could give me a couple of.
I did.
You did. Oh, you went Bronny to the Lakers.
Yes, obviously. And I think that it was because it was a nuclear whale, bro. And we can talk about this at a later time whenever we kind of get down the line. I know we got a lot still to talk about.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll shut up. The pick is in real quick.
All right, bro.
Second pick in a 2024 NBA draft.
Klingen.
They select Alex Sarr. Center out of France from Overtime Elite. Is that what he just said? There's no way he just said that. 19 years old, Alex Sarr, 7'5" wingspan, 7'1".
That's a steal.
Bro, he'll be a monster in my opinion. In my opinion, he'll be a monster. Great pickup by the Wizards. I think it'll work out just fine. Obviously, the Wizards have a lot of other problems with their basketball team that they have to address first. But again, I think with Alex Sarr,
their superstar is Jordan Poole. That's their first problem.
Right. Yeah, that's the problem. And again, I know they got Kuzma, and I got a couple other guys out there. I do believe that Alex Sarr is a good stepping stone to get there. He's 19 years old, bro. I mean, he's going to be in the league 6 years and only be fucking 26, bro. I mean, the guy is going to be, I don't know when his birthday is, but last season for Perth, he averaged 9.4 points per game, shot 52% from the field, 4 rebounds, and about 2 blocks a game. Again, Wemby stats were kind of weird too when he played overseas. Like, he only averaged like 22 and 10. We got to the NBA and obviously had a monster year last year, won Rookie of the Year. So you always got to be careful stat searching for these guys. He did play for Real Madrid and he did play for Overtime Elite. I was right, from 2021 to 2023. So shout out him, bro. What do you got, Jack?
Well, you bring up the stats thing. You got to keep that same energy for Zachary Resarcher or whatever his name is, because we were kind of judging Researcher for his stats last year.
I mean,
we just got to judge him based off of him being from France. I think if you're from France, you go number 1, number 2 in
dude. And I feel
2024.
like for some reason, I feel like Luka's stats weren't that good when he came out of France, bro. Like it wasn't like 19 and 7
They were
or something
better
like
than
that. Like
12
I mean,
and
good,
7.
obviously good, but like nothing fucking ridiculous. I mean, the guy Luka now averages a fucking triple double every night, bro. I mean,
all right, who's on the clock?
By the way, his older brother plays for the Thunder.
Who?
Oliver Sarr plays for the Thunder right now. That's his brother. He plays for the Thunder. This guy's going to the Wizards. The Rockets are now on the clock. 3:50 left for them. And they got a lot to fix as well. But Alex Sarr, the 7'1" center out of France, goes number 2. I do think he's a good pickup. He's super young. Obviously, Zakari's super young as well. But I don't have the high hopes for Zakari that I do for Alex Sarr. Alex Sarr can really turn into a monster, bro. Because if you remember, bro, it's guys like this, bro. Like Joel Embiid was a 3rd overall pick in a 2014 draft. I'm almost positive it was 2014. And he was skinny as a beanpole, bro. So Joel Embiid has now turned into an unbelievable basketball player. I think this kid could do the exact same. Shout out to Alex Sarr. A lot of potential here. Again, we'll see if it goes through. It'll be interesting to watch over the years.
Yeah. I think next pick is between Klingon and Shepard here, right? If you're with the 3rd pick here, who do you go with in that spot? If you're Houston, shall I say, which, by the way, Houston is a team that could be on the watch out to grab a guy like Kevin Durant. I know that's a crazy thing to say. Everyone thinks input, but there's a world where KD, I heard rumors, Houston could be a situation where Kevin Durant gets traded to Houston. They're trying to get picks for it. But if I am Houston right here, I go Klingon.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Houston, they have way too many guards, bro. They need to chill with the guards. They drafted guards for the past fucking 5 years. Chill with the guard. Draft a guy that you know is going to be fucking good. Donovan Klingon's going to be good no matter what. Reed Shepard will too as well. I really do believe that about Reed. But Donovan Klingon is an automatic. To me, he should have been the number 1 pick. The most dominant, like you said, bro. Just a guy that wins in all facets of the game. He is an unbelievable defender. He makes scoring the basketball so hard for teams, and we saw that in March Madness, which is why nobody could beat him and nobody could stop them because they can score. There's a lot of good teams out there that can score, bro. It's teams that defend and have the guys that defend that win it all. That's why we saw UConn go back to back this year. Big reason Donovan Klingon. I think he goes here. He should go here. And if it's not him, bro, and they want to go guard, Houston's not a team that I think picks Reed Shepard. A guy like Steven Castle, right, who was hurt all season but is an absolute dog, I think could go here as well. So Steven Castle's another guy that I think, I know he's a point guard. I don't know. Who the fuck plays for the Houston Rockets right now, Jack? Can you name me 4 players that play for the fucking Rockets? Okay, Jalen Green. Great. Okay, sick. Who else the fuck plays for them?
No, we're going to do this right now. First to 4. So you go Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks.
That's a good one. Is Josh Christopher still there?
Who? Asar Thompson.
Josh Christopher. Don't act like you don't know who. Asar Thompson. Oh, Jabari Smith.
Yeah, exactly. Just a bunch of random players.
Just a bunch of random players. The pick is in. Houston is up here. Adam Silver.
But they had a little momentum. They almost made the play
with the 3rd overall pick. The Houston Rockets select Reed Shepard out of Kentucky. It's a miracle. You never saw it coming, but I did. No, I did not. I said the complete opposite. That's actually insane, bro. Holy fuck. They took Reed?
Wait, who's on the clock? Is San Antonio going to be on the clock?
So San Antonio is now on the clock.
They got it. They have to pick Donovan. They have to pick Donovan Klingon. San Antonio, do not mess this up. Pick Klingon. You're going to pair Victor Wembanyama with Donovan Klingon. That'll be the most unstoppable front court in the history of goddamn basketball.
Yes, I agree. We will get there. First things on Reed Shepherd, bro. Let's talk about Reed for a little bit, bro. One of the most prolific college basketball players, maybe of all time. He's 19 years old. He averaged 12 and a half points a game, but he shot 55% from the field, 52% from the three-point line, the greatest overall shooting college season, maybe of all time. 52%, like I said, and again on a Kentucky team that had a lot of talent, bro. He was playing against a lot of guys. He didn't start for the majority of the year. People forget that. Reed Shepherd, a serious dog. You got to ask. He's tenacious defensively too, which is why a lot of people don't really have problems with Reed right now, bro. It's because he's 6'1", right? He's a little bit undersized. But, dude, the guy averaged 3 steals a game in Kentucky. He was a tenacious. He was just a great defender, bro. He always guarded the best player in the court. And he always made the right play. He never turned the ball over too much. He's an elite level passer. He was an unbelievable scorer when he needed to be in games against South Carolina, against Tennessee, some of those big 30-point games he had this year. He's an absolute baller. I played against him in high school. He was unbelievable. He was so hard to guard. He was an absolute sniper. He could kick and shoot it from anywhere. And shout out the Rockets. I mean, you're really picking a guy that's going to help you win basketball games. That's what you're really doing with Reed Shepherd. And he's a guy that will do anything that you and shout out Reed Shepherd, man. I think he will be a stud in the league. I really, really do, to be honest with you.
Man, I love this pick, Lloyd. I absolutely love this pick. First glance, I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, Clingan was probably the pick here. But then it makes you think that Houston wanted Reed Shepherd all along. They realized that Clingan could go too.
Yeah.
And so they fell in love with Reed Shepherd. And you played against him. You said he was a sniper. I mean, we've seen this kid. It kind of reminds me like a Devin Booker at Houston. If they truly fell in love with the kid,
yes.
and then you embrace this, you embrace a player like this to come into your franchise and turn it around and be the offensive weapon that you need to be in this league. It's an offensive heavy league, but you got to play both sides. You got to play both ways. Yeah. And when a team sees that a guy can be just as good offensively as he is defensively, that's the most valuable thing to any GM in the NBA right now. So Reed Shepherd goes 3. I love that pick.
Yeah, no, I love it, man. I really do think it's one of the better picks. He's going to be a stud, bro. I mean, the kid he knows how to win, man. He was like that in high school, bro. He won state championships. He was Ohio. He was Ohio. He was Ohio. He actually lived in Indiana for a little bit. But I know he did play for some Ohio teams. I don't know. He was a Gatorade Player of the Year too.
Yep.
He's an absolute baller, bro. And his parents are sweethearts. Just heard them talk. He kind of is just taking it all in. Congratulations to Reed Shepherd, buddy. You're gonna make a lot of money. I mean, being a 3rd overall pick in the NBA draft, you're making a lot of money. I mean, 6'1.5", bro. I mean, the kid is just. I mean, how weird is it, Jack? And I know that like we're both around the same height. Like at 6, like a guy that's our size, that is white. And yes, I'm saying that he's white, bro. Just is the 3rd overall pick in the NBA draft. I never thought that I would say that, bro. I would argue, and again, as a guy that's a dookie, Luke Kennard was 6'5", bro. And a sniper, kind of same game as Reed Shepherd, not as good defensively. And Luke was only like the 14th pick in the draft, 13th, I think. So just
tells you how
great,
good
man.
He is.
Great pick. Yeah, no, it really does. Like great for the white guys out there that play basketball. I think they can do something. A little bit more extra motivation to play pickup this week for you.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. Shout out Reed Shepherd. Shout out.
Shout
out the kid, man. San Antonio, their pick is in as well. They have the 4th overall pick in the draft, obviously. Now, we would assume that this one will be Donovan Clingan. And if it's not, because they really don't need a center, obviously, have Wemby. It'd be nice to be able to run dual guys. I think that'd be pretty sick if they did that. But here you're looking at a guy, you know, like Mattis, Buzelis, or you're looking at a guy like Steven Castle. I think either one of these guys, you need a serious scorer. To pair with Wemby. I think they need to go guard here. Like I would go Steven Castle. in a heartbeat here. I think he's probably the best choice. You need a real point guard or like a Rob Dillingham to match with Wemby would be kind of sick. But take it for my word here. I think Steven Castle would probably be the best pick here. What do you think?
I think you got to go Klingon because I believe San Antonio has a pick in a few. Like I think they have 2 first-round picks.
I can look real quick. Let's see what.
Yeah. Tell me when that is because I don't think there's anyone like Donovan Klingon in this draft. Whereas you're gonna get someone like Steven Castle. He's probably the best point guard available right now. But you could get a guy like Jared McCain later. You could get anybody.
The pick is in. They still select Steven Castle. And dude, you kind of knew that was coming. Like I know that that was the obvious pick to me there. You need a
Why
guard,
is Donovan
Wemby, and I think it worked.
Donovan is literally falling so far, bro, and I knew this was gonna happen.
Bro, he's not falling, bro. The Rockets should have picked him. They didn't pick him. Now he'll be picked by Detroit right now. Bro, this was the obvious pick to me. Dude, Steven Castle was an absolute maniac during March Madness, bro. He was insane. I mean, this guy gets real buckets, bro. And to pair with Wemby and pick and roll, I mean, he did pick and roll with Klingon. Imagine what pick and roll is going to look like in the NBA with more spacing with Wemby and Yama. I mean, this guy, 19 years old, 6'5", 210. I mean, again, he was hurt most of last year. It's hard to sit here and talk really elite about him, but when he played, this kid was a killer, bro. And he killed it on the UConn team that had so much talent, by the way. So much talent. Tristan Newton, Cam Spencer, all these guys. He still managed to average 11 points a game and barely fucking played.
I would have picked Brownie right there.
Okay. I mean, and bro, you know what's so funny? You know what's actually funny? We're gonna look back at this. We're gonna look back on this draft in 5 years and be like, realistically, where should Bronny have gone? Right? And I guarantee with how many busts there will be in this draft, Bronny wouldn't have been a top 20 player in this draft.
Thank you. There have been worse players selected in the first round. There have been busts selected at the number 1 overall pick. We need to understand that sometimes.
Oh yeah, bro.
You just got to make a leverage play. And a team like San Antonio would be an awesome landing spot for LeBron. And the whole JJ Redick hiring kind of throws off any conspiracy of LeBron leaving because you just assume that LeBron and JJ, that's the match made in heaven podcast core. So you're just going to expect LeBron to stay in LA. But if LeBron were to leave or if Bronny were to be selected by another team, it just brings up a little bit of a, hey, maybe you can trade Bronny. You can use him as trade bait. But if I'm a first-round team, I would strongly consider drafting Bronny James.
Yeah, UConn now drafted top 5 picks is the most of all time. They had them all up there. The last one was in 2009, to be honest with you, so they hadn't had one in a while, but they do now have the most top 5 picks of all time. Steven Castle does not have his parents with him, I believe. I don't know what the deal is with that, so I'm not going to say anything else on that. But you know who is with him is his coach, Dan Hurley, who was offered the Lakers job and turned down the Lakers job for JJ Redick to then get. But my Lord, dude, somebody's suits tonight, by the way. Steven Castle is dripping, by the way. I'm just going to throw this out there.
Color?
Kid's dripping, bro. Dude, he's in. Can you see this if I turn this, bro? Can you see the TV?
Yeah, get Hurley's bum ass out of my face.
There he is. Can you see him?
Oh, yeah, he looking tough. So fresh and so clean.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, and like the San Antonio to kind of match the suit is kind of sick.
Yeah, that's tough.
Like he got drafted by a team that matches his suit. That's pretty fucking sick.
I would have taken Klingon.
Yeah, man. I mean, very, very, very interesting start to this draft. Reed Shepherd at 3 is very interesting. I do think it's a really good pick, though. I like all the picks so far. There hasn't been a bad pick. Again, we don't know enough about the number 1 guy. But John Calipari is sitting in with Stephen A right now.
That's interesting.
It is interesting right now. And again, the Arkansas head basketball coach this upcoming season, by the way, Coach Calipari, is not at Kentucky. For any of you people that live under a rock out there.
All right, so we got Detroit at 5 here. What are they in need of? Because could they pass up on Klingon too?
I mean, bro, Detroit needs
everything.
I mean, everything, bro. I mean, you're talking about a team that paid 5 years, $65 million to pay Monty Williams to be their head coach and fired their head coach. So this team needs literally everything. If they don't draft Donovan Klingon, it's a really bad pick. I don't care if they take Dalton Kennett right now. If the name said is not Donovan Klingon, it's a bad pick for them.
Bro.
And by the way, are you seeing anything in the chat? I'm seeing nothing in the chat. Is nobody just typing, or am I not missing something? I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything.
No, I just don't think there's any chats.
Okay, all right, good. That's totally fine. Chat, let me know what the fuck you're thinking, man.
Yeah,
damn, talk to me, chat. What's going on, bro? How we doing? Are we doing okay? I mean, is everybody all right? What's the deal?
We got 3 people watching from YouTube, and we have 45 people watching from Twitter.
Fire.
So,
fire,
to all
fire.
the Twitter people out there, shout out.
Shout out to all the Twitter people out there.
And we have 1 person from Lloyd's Locks Twitch.
There you go. No way, really? That's crazy.
Yeah,
all right, man. Well, yeah, bro. Again, I this is an interesting pick here. The pick is in at number 5 for the Pistons. This has to be Donovan Klingon, bro. I think there's no way it's not Donovan Klingon. I mean, obviously Detroit, bro. Like, who do you even have out there? You obviously have Cote out there. You obviously have Jaden Ivey out there. You have a lot of other guys that are out there. I'm trying to think. The other Thompson brother plays out there too. Correct? He was drafted last year by them. Correct.
I just think that if you get Donovan Klingon, you can immediately compete. And that's just all Detroit should think about right now is how do you start to compete in these games?
Yes.
If you get a guy like Donovan, teams are going to have to game plan against Donovan Klingon. That's a mismatch for every single team that goes up against Detroit. If you're Detroit,
yes,
immediately you can turn yourself around here with a pick like Donovan Klingon. I've literally been wrong with every single 100%. One so far. Like I'm airballing on takes.
I don't know. They're putting up a bunch of highlights of Rob Dillingham right now. I mean, I think that would be pretty ridiculous, to be honest with you. How old is Rob Dillingham? I believe he's 19.
How old is Jason Tatum?
26.
Do you think they're going back to back?
The Celtics? Dude, I saw that yesterday. They're plus 290 to go back to back. That's insanity, bro.
They have a banner for 2025 already hung up in their coach's locker room.
The pick is in. 1 second, then we'll talk about it. With the 5th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Ron Holland II.
What are we
Dallas,
doing?
Texas. He is the
organizations don't want to win.
Player.
They don't want to win.
They draft Ron Holland in the 5 spot. Very, very strange pick. Again, I don't know too much about this kid. G League Ignite guy. Let me just listen real quick.
Bro, it tells you everything you need to know about the NBA and what teams are trying to win and what teams are not trying to win. Detroit is not
Dude,
trying
I'm
to
telling
win.
you, it's like to yes, and I 100% agree with you with your take there. I think there's a difference, bro, in the way that teams handle their business. Now, this kid's 18 years old, by the way. 18 years old, 6'6", 197, high energy guy, super athletic guy, can fly out of the gym. He's an elite level finisher, capable shooter they have. So obviously not a great shooter, just an elite finisher, an elite ball handler, and compares himself to James Harden. Okay, buddy. All right. Like, come on, bro. Like, don't in your interview say that I'm James Harden. Like that, you can't say that.
He's the 13th prospect going number 5.
Like,
This
yeah,
is
he's
why
the
this
13th
draft,
overall
don't know.
prospect. Super, super unfortunate.
All right, what's the next pick? Who's on the clock now?
Okay, I kind of Jack. Should I put this up instead, bro? I think I'm gonna put this up instead. Should I put the prospects or should I just put the draft board?
Nah,
bro?
yeah. Go draft board now because I think we know the prospects at this point.
Okay, you keep talking. Give me 1 second here.
Let Lloyd, the production man, cook.
Yeah, give me 1 second to cook here.
But yeah, I did ask you.
Fuck, I don't want to invite guests, bro. I want to fucking. How do I get this off?
You gotta go back. You gotta go to
share screen. I got it. Hold on. Maybe I have it.
It's always a maybe.
Did I do it? Fuck, bro. So it's cut. That's the worst part about it. Fuck, it's cut, bro. Can you see it now?
It's still kind of wonky.
Fuck, bro.
There's no way to
damn, bro.
There's no way to move it over.
There's no way to move it over. No, I can't move it over. That's tough. Okay, whatever. It's all good.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's all good. Fuck it. All right, man.
Who's got the 6th pick? We got to figure out that.
Who has the 6th pick? The Charlotte Hornets have a 6th pick. Ron Holland II is now off the board against small forward out of G League Ignite. And we're going to commercial break here. The Hornets will pick when we come back. The Hornets, I mean, need something to pair with LaMelo, right, bro? I mean, you really need another dominant guard. Like Brandon Miller, he played solid last year, I think, right? I mean, he wasn't the greatest thing in the world, no?
If you don't go Klingen here, I don't understand the NBA. I don't understand the game of basketball, and I don't understand.
Bro, that's what we were talking about. That's what we need. That's what we were talking about. Yes, bro. One, do I think the Boston Celtics can go back to back? I do think they can go back to back. Yes, is my answer to that question. It's probably going to be harder than it was this year. I'll say
correct. That. Yes,
because I'm not saying what they did this year was easy by any means. Because I really don't think it was that easy. I thought the Mavs were really good. They made it look easy. They were a really good basketball team. Now, how many pieces do you get to actually keep from that team? I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, obviously they'll have the core: Derek White, Drew Holiday, Tatum, Brown. They'll have the guys, but do you get to keep all your bench guys? I don't really know. I think Al Horford is locked up for another year. I think they have to lock up Porzingis still. Is that correct? He's not signed Porzingis for a 1-year deal, so I think that he has to sign again, right?
They're chilling at all facets of contract situations. The only thing they got to figure out is Derek White this summer. They got to extend him. And everyone's saying, yeah, D. White probably could get a bigger bag somewhere else. But sometimes these guys are just going to be happy with winning. They're going to be content because they're going to understand they're a part of the greatest team of all time. And why wouldn't you want to be a part of something like that? Greatness.
Yeah.
You can't replace that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Money's everywhere, but greatness, you only come across it every once in a while, once in a blue moon. And this Celtics team is something special, something that every player should strive to be a part of. So Kristaps, you got to figure him out. He's not going to be healthy for the first few weeks of next season, but he'll be good. Contract goes until next season, I believe. Tatum and Brown, they're going to be locked up for 5 years. They're both on the big $300 million deals. Drew Holiday got, a big extension right when he went to Boston. So Holiday, Brown, Tatum, those guys are locked in. Kristaps and D. White, we got to figure out. But, to me, I look at the squad and I say sometimes you get it and sometimes you don't. With the Celtics, we hit a home run with Tatum and Brown. And sometimes you just got to understand nobody's going to admit that we hit a home run with Tatum and Brown until they win 6 championships and everyone looks back and says, damn, that was a really dominant Celtics.
No, it's a home run for sure. It's a home run for sure. It probably was a grand slam, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, dude, you guys are the favorites to repeat for a reason. I do think the Nuggets will be back. Obviously, the T-Wolves will be back. You have to deal with the Mavs again, maybe. But again, the good part for you guys is the East. I mean, the Knicks just got a whole lot better. I do believe with Mikal Bridges. But outside of that, bro, like you guys should really run through anybody in the East. The Celtics should be the team for sure. Again, Milwaukee. I know Giannis will be back. That's one you got to deal with. It'll be way harder to win a championship next year, bro. It really will. I really do believe that. Because you gave Dame a year now in Milwaukee. Maybe they can get some things right. They didn't get off to the best start this season, so maybe they can get off to a good start and make it a little bit more challenging for the Boston Celtics. But anyway, I do believe the pick is in here for. And this spot, I mean, LaMelo, Brandon Miller, I think you kind of need a big in this spot. Donovan Clingan sounds perfect here.
Right? Sounds absolutely ideal. Or do you go Matas Buselis?
I mean, you can go Matas, I guess. I don't know about this power forward kid from France down here. Tidjane Soulon. I don't know about him. But the pick is in. And Adam Silver should be arriving shortly.
Come on, Clingan. Pick Clingan. Gosh. Get the pick right. I think every team will regret it that doesn't pick Clingan.
That's another thing too, bro. Is LaMelo can't fucking stay healthy, bro. Like, can LaMelo stay healthy? Like, what's wrong with the Ball brothers? Like, I mean, Lonzo's probably never gonna play again.
Mm-hmm.
Giangelo just got, I don't know, taken to jail or something. I honestly don't know. I know he's been in a lot of trouble, been in and out of basketball. A guy goes overseas, tries to play, can't do it. I mean, he wasn't good enough. Sorry. And LaMelo, the only successful one. I mean, the guy can't stay healthy. Can we get a ball to play basketball? The pick is in. Mr. Silver's up here. Charlotte Hornets select. They select Tidjane Soulon out of France, the guy that I just said.
What are we doing?
Tidjane Soulon is the guy. Again, out of France, he's a forward. I'll get some numbers on him here in a second. But just another, bro, they're taking over, bro. Like, international basketball is taking over the NBA. And I'm not going to lie, bro. I fucking hate it. I'm not a fan of it, bro. I'm not a fan of it. Because you know how many guys that have been brought into this league from overseas that were top picks, right? And sucked. Bro. It sucked, bro.
And now they just want to show up. Like, we run this shit
a couple years ago. Yeah, bro. Like, this kid averages 9-4, bro. Like, what are we doing?
I would do that if I was playing overseas, and I could.
Bro, this kid averages 9-4. We saw Donovan Clingan dominate for 2 years. Like, you have to, at some point, seriously ask yourself, bro, what these GMs are doing, bro.
They're
like,
not trying to win.
What are they thinking about, bro?
They're drafting.
Like, your sister, Janine, played professional basketball in France for the national team. Bro, great for you. Bro, like, what? Donovan Clingan is still on the list. He could arguably be the number 1 pick in the draft. Bro. And this is like, I'm not understanding what the affection is and what the love is with the overseas players, bro. Everybody since Lucas came in the league, bro. Everybody needs to find their Luka. Guess what? There's only one. Okay? There's only one guy that can go out there and drop a triple-double every night he plays basketball. If you don't get that guy, look at this, bro. All starting 5 France team. I don't know. I mean, we have an all starting 5 France team in the top 10 picks of this year's draft and last year's draft. Like, bro, they're taking over, dude. And it's just, I don't understand it, bro. Like you say, Jack, these teams obviously don't want to win. Bro, I don't care how good this kid is. He averaged 9-4, bro. Donovan Clingan was maybe the most dominant center in college basketball. Not only the past 2 years, I could say arguably top 5 ever. Most dominant centers. Easy.
Bro.
And it's quite frankly ridiculous, bro. I can't even believe that I just said that. I looked at the name, I was like, man, what about this guy down here? I don't know who the fuck he is. They drafted him.
No, I'm genuinely offended by the NBA. as a whole. I don't understand how the Hornets look at Donovan Clingan and the player that he has been over the last 3 years of his life and say, yeah, no, we're going to take this kid from France who's averaged 9 and 4. You got to be out of your goddamn mind. LaMelo Ball would have been a perfect combination to set up Donovan Clingan every possession. And they just said, you know what? No, we're going to go with this kid from France because he's European.
But like, this is my question too, Jack. This is my question too, right? Like, you get to work these guys out, right? Like, as an organization, you get to work these guys out. So when you're working these guys out and you see, oh, let's look at all of Donovan Clingan's film. Okay, all of Donovan Clingan's film is ridiculous. Okay, he's insane. All right. What about this guy that averaged 9 and 4 over in France? What'd he do? Huh? What'd this guy do? Bro, this guy cannot come in and do a workout for you and blow your mind that much that you'll pick him over Donovan Clingan. It's quite frankly, it's ridiculous, bro. I just think it's ridiculous. I don't even know. That actually pisses me off. We'll move on here. Portland's up next. The 7th overall pick.
I don't like about it. That's what I don't like about it is they're going to go Clingan here, and now Clingan ends up in a destination where I say that ain't great. And sometimes, what does Tom Brady say all the time? It's the people you surround yourself with, bro. It's your teammates. You go to Portland, your career could be cooked. It don't matter if you're Michael Jordan.
Yeah, especially right now. I mean, Anthony Simons. I mean, the picks in. Well, they're really running through these things, man. Damn.
I hope they don't.
7th overall pick in the 2024 NBA draft. The Portland Trailblazers select Donovan Clingan. Bang.
Gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, bro, wow. And he was getting anxious, by the way, too. I mean, he stood up and was like, holy shit, bro. I mean, a weight lifted off of his shoulders. Great pick, bro. It's a great pick. I have no problem with it. When he drops to you, you have to take him. I cannot believe that the last 3 picks were not Donovan Clingan. Good for Portland, man. I mean, Anthony Simons is there. Now you have Donovan Clingan. I don't know necessarily who else is playing in Portland, bro. I really need to find out. Bro, Jack, let's go over the Portland Trailblazers roster real quick. You want to hear this? By the way, they were 21 and 61 last season. DeAndre Ayton is also there. So right now, the Portland Trailblazers are made up of DeAndre Ayton, Scoot Henderson, Chris Murray, not Keegan, Malcolm Brogdon, Robert Williams III, your guy, Jeremy Grant, Matisse Thybulle, Anthony Simons, Shannon Sharp. So
the worst NBA team of all time.
It might be the worst NBA team of all time. Now, yeah, Donovan Clingan. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You really didn't get that much better. To be 100% honest with you, you really didn't get that much better. Because unless Anthony Simons is your superstar, you guys are kind of fucked. So he better be a superstar. That's all I'm saying.
Or who'd they take last year? The 2nd pick.
Dude, they took fucking what's his face, bro? They took Shannon Sharp. Or Scoot Henderson. I'm sorry. I took Scoot Henderson, bro.
And he's been an absolute bust.
Bro, Scoot Henderson averaged 14, 3, and 5. I find that hard to believe because Scoot Henderson did not play in the NBA for a majority of last year.
Wow.
He played in the G League, bro. Did he not? Did he not play in the G League last year?
He had to be injured for sure. There was no way. He was definitely
injured. Bro. I'm almost positive, bro. Can I get games played here, bro?
There's no way the 2nd overall pick was playing in the G League last year. Maybe G League Unite.
Bro, Jack, I'm telling you, bro. I'm almost positive.
He got put down to the G League is crazy. How bad do you have to be? All right, I want to see who San Antonio takes here at 8 now because they have a chance to pair 2 top 10 picks, which if you get it right, you get it right. That'd be huge. Changes your organization. All it takes is 2 first-round picks to swing a organization in the right direction.
Damn, I guess he really didn't play in the G League. I'm just stupid. He averaged 19 a game in the last month. So the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, he averaged 19 a game. I don't know, man. Maybe between Skew and them, they can get it done.
Who do you go here if you're San Antonio? Would you go Matas Buceles or do you go Dalton Connect?
So San Antonio is now up. They have you're right. They have the 8th overall pick, in the draft.
I'd go
this pick is from the Raptors.
Yeah.
So if you're the Spurs here, bro, I mean, they took who? Who the fuck did they take?
Steven Castle.
They took what's his face? They took Steven Castle. I love that pick. Well, that's such a good pick, bro. Now the Spurs again, bro. If they draft Dalton Connect right here, that would be insane, bro. I mean, you're getting 2 bucket getters just like that, dude. Fuck it, that's what I want. I want Dalton Connect in a Spurs uniform. I just not decided this. I really don't. Fuck, but God, you get. I'm telling you what. You're picking up 2 guys in a top 10 lottery that get buckets, bro. There's difference between hoopers and just like basketball players and then like a bucket getter. Like a guy that just hoops, bro, and just gets buckets. That guy is Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect just gets buckets. I mean, they're not going to draft Rob Dillingham. It's very obvious. Matas Buzelis is the only other guy that is available, I believe. Is he even available? I think.
But Dalton is more win ready now, type of guy where he's gonna come in there. He's more polished. He's a scorer. You're gonna have to wait on Matas Buceles to really develop into the player that you expect him to become over the next 10 years. But he ain't gonna be all that in a bag of chips right away. You're probably gonna have to not even play him the first.
The pick is not in yet. 41 seconds, 42 seconds. The pick is now in. I like Dalton Connect here, bro. I do. I like Dalton Connect. Dude, or I'm not gonna lie, Cody Williams is also not a bad option.
I would go Bronny. I would go Bronny.
No,
I would go Bronny.
Well, of course you would. Cody Williams, Dalton Connect. My final 2. I'll go Dalton Connect for saving graces here. What do you think here, bud? What do you have your final pick? Bronny?
No. I would pick Dalton Connect. But I wouldn't hate Matas Bucelis. I think that he could be a cool development player next to Victor.
So the Spurs here again, 8th overall pick in the draft. The pick is in. They went with Steven Castle at number 4. And they're in the conference room here. They're showing it on TV. They're pretty happy. They're clapping. They have their guy. So, and I'm just going to assume. I mean, how old is Matas Bucelis? I mean, the guy played in the G League. What's the stats look like here? He averaged 14, 6, 2, and 2.
That's a lot of length.
14 points a game, a lot of length, 6'10". 34 games, 14 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, shot 45% from the field. The pick is in. Adam Silver's coming out. With the 8th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Rob Dillingham out of Kentucky. They go point guard, which actually it does make somewhat sense.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, dude, Rob Dillingham. I mean, it does because they need guards. It does make sense. But again, bro, I don't think it was the best pick. But now you have a backcourt. Rob Dillingham, Steven Castle, nasty. Really, really nasty. Really, really gross backcourt. Again, now you have 2 19-year-olds running your backcourt. Again, Rob Dillingham, 6'1", about 165, averaged 15.2 points per game last year, shot 44% from three, 48% from the field, 3.9 assists, and really was kind of held back by Coach Cal, if you ask me. So a guy that obviously is going to be a stud. I think Rob Dillingham has the game to be a stud in the league. He just has that game, the shiftiness, the quickness. He's an elite shooter, bro. He didn't even start last year. A lot of people forget that too. Transferred to Donda Academy for junior year before joining Overtime Elite, and then went to Kentucky was his route. And Rob Dillingham's a bucket getter, bro. He's just one of those guys that gets buckets.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the pick. You can't go wrong with talent. Sometimes you got to draft the best available if they believe that Rob Dillingham was the best available in that spot. But then again, you know, I feel like if San Antonio wanted to actually compete next year, which maybe they don't want to, but if they did, you would pick Dalton Knecht.
But maybe you want to compete for a long time. And I think Stephen Castle, Rob Dillingham is not a bad backcourt to pair with Wemby, especially. That team will actually be legit, bro. Next year, I'm not gonna lie. That's actually a really good backcourt to pick up. Really solid night for the San Antonio Spurs. Back-to-back drafts, really trying to turn this franchise around. Shout out to San Antonio, bro. Shout out San Antonio. All right, man. So now we have
who's on the clock? Look at the sun, man. That's beautiful.
Dude, I do see it in the background there. Those look very fire. The pick is in for the Memphis Grizzlies. They should be talking here in a second. The Memphis Grizzlies are up now. Obviously, we're not supposed to necessarily have a top 10 pick, I think. Is this pick?
No,
is it from anybody? No, it's not. They just have the 9th overall pick. So they're good there. Grizzlies are on the clock. You'd go who?
Dalton. You got to go best available. You're a win ready. Like Memphis, they're looking to win.
But I don't think anybody that you're going to draft right now is going to help you. Like maybe that sounds stupid. I'm not trying to say that nobody is going to try to help you win. But I'm just saying, like, I think that like they have a lot of guys on that team, and they're a very ball dominant team. So it would be tough for them to draft Dalton Knecht. I actually would not like Dalton Knecht to go there. A guy more like Cody Williams. A guy that I would take, maybe this Matisse Bozelis guy. We see him go in this spot. I would not hate that, to be honest with you, because I don't really love this pick. Obviously, don't need a point guard. Could use some more size probably, but Jaren Jackson Jr. obviously one of the best defensive players in the league on your team down low. I mean, really a team that could use an elite wing, bro, to be honest with you. And maybe you're right. Dalton Knecht is like the elite wing on the board. So I wouldn't be shocked if it was Knecht. But again, you never know. Can you put the draft list up? I can't, sadly. What if I could? I can't really share that part of the screen. This doesn't work, right? Oh, what did I just do? Oh, fuck. Give me 1 second.
You stop sharing it. You just share it again.
Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, sweet. Yeah. So very, very interesting. We'll see what happens right here, man. Again, the Grizzlies are the 9th overall pick. I think you do have to go best available. And the best available pick is Dalton Knecht, obviously. Him or Cody. I would say him or Cody. Both guards, both guys that can get to the rim and score at a high level. The pick is in. With the 9th pick in the 2024 NBA draft, the Memphis Grizzlies select Zach Edey from Purdue. What? Yo, that's crazy.
Bro, what?
Zach Edey? What?
Nah, bro. That's wild.
I'm not going to lie. I love it. Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it.
I love it too. I love it more than anything in life. That's the greatest draft pick.
Bro.
Zach Edey just went top 10. He just went top 10.
Dude, he went top 10. He went number 9. Bro,
I'm pretty sure
Zach
that's like a take out there. I've had that take. Like he should be a top 10 draft pick in the NBA, and he just went top 10. Oh my God,
bro! Because like I said, bro, they're a team that it was like you don't need a point guard. You didn't need like necessarily like
win
a
now
dominant defender. Like did not start playing basketball until sophomore year of high school. Zach Edey is for anybody who does not know, if you're a college basketball guy, he's a 2-time National Player of the Year. Obviously went to the national championship this year. Purdue did and lost against UConn in an embarrassing fashion. He averaged about 26, 27 a game. Averaged about 27 and 14. He was an absolute maniac. He's one of the greatest centers probably to play basketball ever. He was so dominant. And he is now going to be playing basketball in the great city of Memphis. And that's just insane to me that they would pick him right there. I can't believe it, but I love it. Like I would want nothing else. Like that was the most perfect scenario of all time.
I'm so happy
because there wasn't a lot of guys that you were going to go grab that were going to help you win right now, bro. There really wasn't. Like especially for Memphis,
exactly
bro.
What we were
for a team that has
about.
that many players.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. I mean, oh my God, he's so dominant. Looking at his stats, holy shit, bro. I mean, he was so good, bro. I mean, and again, that's like the best pick, bro. That was like the best pick that I thought personally that could happen. I mean, love that, man. Zach Edey's off the board before anybody else. Shout out Zach Edey, bro. And again, Jack, what do you think? You think Edey will be something in the league?
Bro, I think there were a lot of question marks the last 2 years on who Zach Edey would become in the NBA. Is he an NBA guy or is he just a college basketball big man? And I've been a believer that this kid is going to come in and dominate just the way that he has in college because he's huge. And he also is like very skilled. He's developed things over the course of his college career because I don't know how long he's been playing in college, but I want to say he was a 4 or 5 year guy. So you learn a lot of things and you're going to impact the game right away. And for a team like Memphis, I mean, it's a storyline. It's interesting to me. And I could see Zach Edey being a very, very good NBA player.
Okay, by the way, we do have some breaking news here that for some reason is not being covered on the TV. Rob Dillingham is being sent in a trade to the Timberwolves. Rob Dillingham, the Spurs are sending the 8th overall pick to Minnesota per Woj 3 minutes ago. So I don't know what for. It doesn't say per se. The 11th pick is in here, or the 10th pick is in here by the Utah Jazz.
Minnesota just got
2024 NBA draft. Yes, they did. And the Utah Jazz just select Cody Williams out of Colorado. Great pick. Cody Williams is a stud. He was a stud at Colorado. Yes, he's being sent to Minnesota. He is being sent to Minnesota. Yes. For what? I'm literally currently trying. I'm literally currently trying to find out, like for what. It doesn't say, bro. Nothing. The details aren't out yet. San Antonio, they did send him. They sent him to Minnesota. So
if they just did that for Cat, and Cat is now a San Antonio Spur, that's electric.
Dude, let me. I'm gonna look this up real quick, bro.
Cat and Victor Wembanyama. That's better than Rudy Gobert and Cat. I'll tell you that much.
Jalen Williams is dapping up, obviously. So the Timberwolves trade. This was written literally 2 minutes ago. Timberwolves trade with Spurs for the 8th overall pick. Minnesota has traded for the 8th pick and Rob Dillingham. They just traded for the pick. Well, what did they trade? Minnesota dealt a 2031 unprotected pick, first round pick, and it agreed to a protected 2030 pick swap for the rights to Dillingham, who the Spurs collected and are selected at number 8. So they gave up a 2031 first rounder and a 2030 pick swap, but 2031's first round pick is unprotected. So obviously, depending on how the lottery works, is how that stuff goes. So not any players. They traded Rob Dillingham essentially away for nothing, which is kind of crazy to me. But
wow,
I don't know. I guess they're really happy with Stephen Castle and figured they could get something else for down the road. Cody Williams to the Utah Jazz to pair with Colin Sexton and Lauri Markkanen and Keontae George and John Collins is also there, which I forgot about. Those thought he was a Houston Rocket, or I'm sorry, in Atlanta. He's not. So Cody Williams is gone. Only a couple other names left here. We'll do about 2 more picks, and then we'll get on out of here. Jalen Williams brought up. They had a sick handshake too, by the way.
That's tough.
But Cody Williams is tough, bro. He was tough as fuck at Colorado. He was tough, bro. First Colorado player drafted in the top 10 since Chauncey Billups, bro, in 1997. Last time that a guy from Colorado went in the top 10 picks.
Wow.
He's a good two-way player too, Cody Williams. Really, really solid two-way guy. So, Jack, you want to do 1 more, 2 more? The pick's in for Chicago already, so we'll just do 1 more after that. I really want to see where Dalton Knecht goes. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm kind of holding on for Dalton Knecht's fucking name to get signed.
Bro, Chicago should do it right now.
I mean, Chicago should do it right now. That's exactly who they should take. Yeah, I mean, wow, what a draft, what a night for the draft, man.
Great first 10 picks. I feel like the energy's been high, and
bro.
I was expecting it to be a lot lower, and I think ultimately the 10 picks they've been interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I would like to. Oh shit, I did it again. Fuck me. Give me 1 second. I think. Does this work, bro? I'm gonna put this up here. So these have been the picks so far, for everybody. Let me do 1 second. Let me do this a refresh so we can get the picks in there. There you go. So these are the top 10 picks, man. Obviously the 2 guys from France went 1 and 2. I think Alex Sarr will be a monster. I don't know about Zakari Rashard. Again, we'll kind of find that out later down the road. Reed Shepherd going 3 to the Rockets. I like it a lot. I think he'll fit in well there. Stephen Castle is probably the best pick in the draft to me, to be honest with you. The Spurs at 4. The Pistons take Ron Holland the second. The Pistons need all the work in the world, so that probably isn't going to change all their problems. The Hornets draft a guy that nobody's ever heard of, and Donovan Clingan is drafted by the Trailblazers. So the Trailblazers, the Rockets, the Spurs, and I would say the Grizzlies had the best picks. I mean, Zach Edey going at 9 is unbelievable. Pretty much made the entire draft worth it. So shout out Zach Edey and the Memphis Grizzlies.
Fans love that shit.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I love that too. Like, that's so fucking awesome that he got to be a top 10 pick. And the Jazz, like Cody Williams, really solid top 10 picks. I do think Dalton Knecht should kind of be in here. I think Jacoby Walker could also be in here from Baylor. He's a guy that we could look at as well. But those are the top 10 picks. We'll do 2 more. The Bulls are on the clock. Like I said, their pick is in. We're on commercial right now, so just bear with us. But a good start to the draft, bro. I think right now, Jack, who's the best player? Who will have the best career?
I think the most winning player will be Donovan Clingan. I bet you the best player will be Reed Shepherd.
I like that. I just think it's hard to say Donovan Clingan's going to win it's hard for me to say he's going to win in Portland. And he'll be there for the next 5 years probably. The best player in this draft. Oh, bro, I think it's Steven Castle. I just think it's he just has such an NBA ready build, bro. I just think it's probably going to be him. Give me Steven Castle. Steven Castle and telling you what, man, Steven Castle, Donovan Clingan are the two best picks in this draft so far. Damn, I mean, how fucking long are we gonna be on commercial for, bro? Fuck.
I know, right?
But the Bulls are on next. Hopefully they pick our guy, and then we can kind of get out of here. Would love for them to pick him. So scoot it back over for a second. Can I get this out of here? No, I want to minimize. No, I want to kind of. There we go. Just while we're waiting on it, I'm like, bro, fuck, all right. And I'll zoom back out here in just 1 second because we are back up here. So, I
feel like I'm just in darkness.
Feel like you feel like what? You're in darkness? Sure. All right, man. And Matas Buzelis is selected by the Bulls. The guy from the G League that we talked about. Shout out that guy, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good pick, and I think we'll wrap it up with that pick and hope for the best for Dalton Connect. But
yeah, no, I like that. I like that too. For some reason, I can't get this thing to bump back up here, but whatever. Can you pull it back up? I guess not. All right. Yeah, I mean, Matas Buzelis, 19-year-old, 6'8", 197 out of G League Ignite. Most of the guys that come out of G League Ignite are pretty decent. I mean, Scoot Henderson came out of G League Ignite too. He averaged 14 and 7 last year. A little bit better stats for him. So shout out to the Chicago Bulls for picking him up. That'll wrap us up, I do believe. The final looks like this. Let me do this.
Great start. I cannot wait to see when Bronny gets drafted.
Can I not get a little refresh on this guy? Oh, they just don't have it up yet. So yeah, that was the first 11 picks, man. Obviously we'll stay connected to it, and Bronny to the Lakers. Last thing, obviously, minus 135 on DK this morning when I sniped it. Don't know what it's at now, but would imagine it's probably pretty high. So
going to the Celtics at 30.
That would be insane.
That would be so insane. Holy crap.
Matas Buzelis. This guy is crying his eyes off. All right, man. That'll wrap us up, fellas. We appreciate you boys for watching, man. And you know what, man? We'll probably do this. We'll do this for a lot of the drafts. I'm sure, me and Mr. Cote. If you guys don't know me, bro, I'm Lloyd's Locks. Go follow me on all my socials. Lloyd's Locks on Instagram and TikTok, two of the main ones that I do Twitter as well. Obviously follow Jack Cote. You guys are all here because of Jack Cote, so you guys know who he is. Shout out to Kid, bro, for having me on. Jack, I appreciate you, brother. And sign up for SoBet. Obviously, use code Jackpot to do so. Me and about 65 other creators post all of our exclusive content, all of our sports betting plays exclusively on SoBet. Right now, you can get on for $1 for a 30-day free trial, but for $9.95 a month, bro, it is the best. It pays for itself over and over again, the amount of winning that we do on the platform. It speaks for itself. We got guys over 30, 40 units on the month by itself. So outrageous what some of the guys are doing on over there. So check that out, man. Link in bios everywhere, or just SoBet.io on any web browser to sign up using code Jackpot. So do that. And Jack, appreciate you, brother. It was fun.
This was a great time. I appreciate you for letting the ship run. You know, we got to get some duck boats queued up more often. But
right, absolutely, 100%, brother. I'll do it, boys. We'll see you guys later, man.